Hey everyone, welcome. So today we're going to go a little deeper than just your basic digital security tips. We're not here to just read off a list of rules. Now we're here to build a whole new mindset. The goal? By the time we're done here, you'll know exactly what it takes to be a privacy pro. Sound good? Let's dive in.
All right, let's just jump right in with a question. When I say the word cyber, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Seriously, think about it. For a lot of people, right, it's probably some hacker in a dark room with a hoodie, green code scrolling down to screen, or maybe just the good old computer virus. And look, that's totally fair, but that's really only half the story.
See, the whole conversation has kind of shifted. I mean, yeah, viruses and malware, they're the obvious threats, the ones that get all the headlines. But the real challenge, the one we face every single day, it's way more personal. It's about privacy breaches. We've moved past just protecting a machine. Now it's all about protecting people. And that shift from thinking about machines to thinking about people, that's really the heart of what we're talking about today. We're going to move beyond the virus and start digging into what's really on the line here. And that's digital trust. So what are we actually protecting here? Well, if you look at the law, the official protection of privacy law, it all comes down to sensitive personal information. And we're not talking about super secret spy stuff. We're talking about the basics. Names, IDs, phone numbers, email addresses, the kind of stuff we all handle every single day, probably without even thinking twice about it. And this right here is the big idea, the key mindset shift we need to make. That information, it's not just data. It's not just a bunch of characters in a spreadsheet. It's trust. Think about it. Every single time a client, a customer, a coworker gives you their information, they're literally placing their trust in your hands. They're trusting you to do the right thing with it. So, living up to that trust. That's the mission. That's what it means to be a privacy pro. It's so much more than just ticking boxes or following a rule book. It's about taking on a professional identity, It's a real commitment to protecting the actual people behind all that data. And hey, becoming a pro, it's actually way more straightforward than it sounds. It really just boils down to 3 simple but super powerful rules. These 3 things will cover pretty much any situation you're going to run into. Purpose limitation, secure transfer, and clean desk, locked screen. Let's break down that first one.
All right, rule number 1, purpose. Now, this one is absolutely fundamental. It's the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. And it all comes down to asking yourself one simple question: why am I even looking at this information right now?
This is what we call purpose limitation. And it's simple. You only use data for the specific official task you're supposed to be doing, period. This stuff isn't a library for you to just browse through when you're bored. So looking up a client's info just because you're curious, oh man, that is a huge no-no. We're not just talking about breaking a company policy here. In a lot of places, that's a straight-up legal violation. And it comes with some really serious consequences. That's how big of a deal this is. Okay, so you've got a legitimate why. You know your purpose. What's next? Well, now we got to talk about the how. How does this information get from point A to point B? And that brings us right to our second rule: secure transfer. All right, rule number 2, secure transfer. Look, we've all been there. It is so tempting to just shoot that spreadsheet over to your personal email so you can work on it from home, right? Or to quickly ping a coworker with some info on a chat app. But you guys, these are massive, massive risks. Using your personal email or some unencrypted chat app, that's basically like writing sensitive information on a postcard and dropping it in the mail. Anybody could read it. It's a recipe for disaster. The bottom line is, always, always use the approved, secure systems that your company provides. No exceptions. And that brings us to our third and final rule. This is where the digital world smacks right into the physical world. Because let's be real, your digital security is only as strong as its weakest link. And a lot of the time, that weak link is, well, it's the physical space right in front of you. I mean, just think about it for a second. An unlocked computer on your desk, that's not just a computer, it's a wide open door. Your physical space is part of your security perimeter. So, rule 3 is beautifully simple. Clean desk, lock screen. Every single time you get up from your desk, doesn't matter if it's for a coffee, a meeting, or just for a minute, you lock your screen. It's so easy. On a PC, you just hit the Windows key plus L. Boom, done. That 1-second move protects your entire digital world. So there you have it. Purpose, transfer, and space. Those were the 3 core rules of a privacy pro. But here's the thing. Knowing these rules and putting them into practice, it's not a solo mission, not at all. In fact, maybe the most important part of this whole thing is realizing that privacy is, without a doubt, a team sport.
That's right. Privacy is absolutely a team sport. When you're careful, you're not just protecting yourself, you're protecting your colleagues. And when they're careful, they're protecting you. It's this whole ecosystem of trust. When everyone, and I mean everyone, buys into this pro mindset, we build a powerful culture of security. And that culture protects our customers, it protects our company, and yeah, it protects us. So there you go. You now have the tools, you have the mindset, you're a privacy pro. So the only question left to ask is, who's next? Who on your team are you going to help become a privacy pro too? Thanks for joining me.